They mentioned it could fall off. After doing on my fine girl, my tooth will now mistakenly fall off in public. That's a no from me, dog. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dabby. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here, welcome back. Today, as the title probably already says, I have an Invisalign update for you. If you've been following me for a while, you probably know that I have come a long way. Me and my teeth, we've come a long way. I used to have a massive gap. My gap was somewhere between 10 and 12 millimeters wide, which is very big, to be quite honest. And now it's barely there anymore. So I thought I'd give you guys an update because I made the initial video and a lot of people seem to enjoy it. So the video today is going to include things I still have to do with my Invisalign, because a lot of people are quite curious as to like what could possibly be left if like your teeth already look like this, right? But I still have a lot to do. Also, I'll probably answer some questions that I've gotten quite regularly and just give you guys the lowdown on like what it's really like to have Invisalign. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do enjoy it, please remember to hit that like button because it helps me very much, and subscribe to see more of my content. Watch the original video. I would recommend you watch it because there's a lot of detail I go into in that video that I won't be covering here today because it's just a repetition and that's not really necessary. But I'll go through a quick recap of kind of my personal Invisalign story, journey, experience thing. So I've had Invisalign now for 10 months. I still have a couple of months to go. I started in August of 2020. We're currently in June of 2021, and I think I'm meant to round up the whole process in September of 2021. It should have been a bit earlier, but because of like COVID and all that jazz, it's been prolonged a little bit. It's not the biggest deal in the world for me. I don't mind. Now, why I got Invisalign. So as I mentioned earlier, I had a massive gap that I just quite honestly didn't really like. It made me very insecure, and that's what I wanted to kind of fix. Also, I had an incorrect bite. Your teeth should normally sit kind of just like that, and mine were just like higgy haga basically. They weren't, it was even like, instead of being like that, it was like that, if that makes sense. So it wasn't even, it just wasn't in the right place, and that can have effects on like the quality of your teeth and how like your teeth kind of grind against each other. It can cause a lot of problems later on basically. So I needed to get that fixed as well, and those were the two major reasons I got Invisalign. Now, addressing what is left in my kind of Invisalign journey, the gap has been closed obviously, to a large degree, but I have a couple of things left to do. The first off is bonding. Now, I am getting bonding, but I'm not getting bonding to make my teeth kind of completely all level, because human teeth shouldn't really look like that. And when people get bonding and make their teeth look like that, I feel like it just looks like you have dentures. It just looks fake. I don't want that. I quite like what my teeth look like. However, because I got braces when I was much younger, the experience was not the best. They messed up my teeth, like really messed up my teeth, and they decided to take 2 teeth out. So currently I have a gap on each side of my teeth, and that was really what made my gap bigger, because like I had this gap already, and then they decided to take 1 tooth out here, 1 tooth out here, and then the gap just kept getting wider and wider. That's what frustrated me about having a gap in the first place. So now that the Invisalign has kind of done that and moved the teeth back where they should be and even closer together, I have a gap here and here. So what my dentist and I have decided to do is I will be widening the teeth around both gaps. So in total that's like 4 teeth. I'm going to make them slightly wider, and that will be done using composite bonding. So it will be a material that looks almost exactly like my teeth, but just make them slightly wider. I did have the option for like getting bridges, which is kind of like fake teeth, but one, that's more expensive, and two, that was the deal breaker for me. They mentioned it could fall off. After doing on my fine girl, my tooth will now mistakenly fall off in public. That's a no from me, dog. That I was just like, no, let's go with the bonding. So that's why I'm getting bonding done. Then I have a like very tiny chip at my front tooth. I slammed my tooth when I was coming out of a swimming pool when I was much younger, so I'm gonna get the like little chip fixed. I'll be paying per tooth for that. I think maybe it's £200 per tooth or something. And yeah, that is the first part actually of what I have left. So the second thing I have left to do is I'm going to be getting a semi-permanent retainer. So explaining why I need to get that. Basically, when you get teeth fixed, when you move your teeth around, in particular orthodontic treatment, your teeth really don't want to be where you've moved them to. So a lot of times they want to move back to where they were before. So what the semi-permanent retainer is an extremely thin metal kind of material that's put at the back of my teeth, so I won't be able to see it. No one will be able to see it. It'll basically hold the teeth together to make sure that it's not like moving later on or whatever. When you get your teeth kind of fixed and stuff, they do recommend you just get your teeth whitened as well. And I drink a stupid amount of tea, so tea stains your teeth. So I need to get that kind of sorted out. So it'll be a professional whitening done by my dentist as well. Please don't buy those random online teeth whitening things. They can be very dangerous. So that's what I'll be doing, and that's another additional cost. So those are 3 additional costs that are not included in my Invisalign, but I'm going to be doing. They won't be the case. That won't be the case for every single person, but for me it's something I need, something I want, and it will be done. And just keeping on the topic of costs, how much my Invisalign, just the Invisalign treatment cost. Again, something else I can't remember because I have a terrible memory, but it was somewhere in between £3,500 and £4,000 for my Invisalign. I feel like it's expensive. Obviously it's expensive, but for me I feel like that's worth it. It is justified. Like, guys, look at my teeth, look at them. Do you know what my teeth used to look like? So the cost of Invisalign is very much dependent on 1, your orthodontist, 2, what you're getting done, like if you need any extras and all that. I know people who have paid a lot less than I would have. I'll be paying, so my total cost will be somewhere in between £5,000 to £6,000. Worth it? Yes. So something I get asked pretty regularly about Invisalign is it painful? Short answer, yes. Long answer, it's only painful in the beginning. So for me, I would say the most painful part, and it was painful, was the first week. If you think about it, right, you're moving your teeth, and when you say moving your teeth, you're not just moving what you can see. Your teeth have very large roots and you're moving everything, and it's like connected to your head. So I feel like the pain is inevitable, and it's like you're using a foreign object to do it as well. So it does really hurt in the first like 72 hours. And I would say the worst part is actually not even having it in. The worst part is when you take those trays off. That kind of pain is just like I'm pretty sure I cried maybe once. I'm pretty sure I cried, and I'm not even someone who cries very much. But yeah, it really hurts when you take them off, because when you have it on, it feels like a lot of pressure. It just feels, it's very difficult to describe, but it feels like there's a lot of pressure in your mouth. But when you take it off, it's just sore. It's really, really, really sore. I would say now I cannot feel anything. My teeth feel completely fine. I still change my trays every 10 days or so, and yeah, it's not that big a deal. My teeth are just completely used to it now. So eating and drinking with Invisalign. Technically, this isn't even really a thing. You can't actually eat with your Invisalign in. It's annoying, but for me, it's also weirdly an advantage. So I'll explain. Basically, you have to take your Invisalign out because it's plastic. It's not designed for you to eat with it. It will probably break. So you have to take it out before you eat. Usually, once you're done eating, you rinse it or wash it. Clean your mouth as well. I tend to use mouthwash during the day when I can't brush my teeth, or if I can brush my teeth, and then pop them back in. But for me, especially as someone who used to have braces, eating with braces was so annoying and so uncomfortable, and things would like get stuck inside the braces and stuff. And for Invisalign, I feel like I can just take it out, enjoy my food because I'm a massive foodie, enjoy my food as I usually would, and then just pop them back in. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The only annoying thing about that is probably like having, if you're out somewhere, having to like take it out in front of people, or finding a bathroom to go take it out. I used to be shy about taking it out before at the dining table or at the table in a restaurant. Now I don't care. You know what? I paid too much money to be ashamed of this thing. And then when it comes to drinking, you are recommended to not drink with anything apart from water. So if you have water, it's fine for you to drink with your Invisalign in, but any other thing, you need to take it out. And I will put this caveat, which I've not heard a lot of people say. I am in the UK, I'm British, I drink a lot of tea. The attachments that they put on to help the Invisalign kind of work properly, they are tooth colored, but they stain. So mine are actually quite stained, to be honest. That's a large part of the reason I'm getting the teeth whitening, because I probably drink about 4 or 5 cups of tea a day, and the thing is just stained. And I heard what's it called, red wine makes it stain as well. Coffee could make it stain as well if you drink a lot of that. I'm Nigerian, I eat a lot of food with palm oil. I don't actually think the palm oil stained it at all, to be honest. So a few additional things I'm just gonna kind of throw into this video that you should probably keep in mind when it comes to Invisalign is, one, when you first get it, you will most likely get a lisp. I will try to insert a video of me lisping away when I got my Invisalign at first, but inside. But I feel very self-conscious of the lisp, which is not great. But I'm very, very happy to finally getting this done. But the lisp, I honestly think it was just a few days and it was just gone. I think it was just my mouth had a foreign object in it and didn't really know how to move properly. But the lisp goes away very quickly. Another thing is, Reddit is your friend. When I first got Invisalign, I went ham on Reddit, and I'm happy that is kind of an available resource. If you go on the subreddit Invisalign on Reddit, you'll see a whole massive community of people all around the world who have Invisalign as well, and people share all sorts of like pictures, encouragement, tips and tricks of people who are like in the similar journey, on a similar journey to yourself, and I just find that very, very helpful. And even if you haven't gotten Invisalign yet, or you're thinking of getting it, it's a good place to like see what's out there, ask people questions, see people who have similar issues to you, and kind of just get encouraged. And last off, I'm just gonna say, if you get Invisalign, actually wear it. This thing is not cheap, and also it will not work if it's not actually in your mouth. The recommended amount of time you're supposed to wear Invisalign is 20 to 22 hours a day, which obviously means you have to wear it when you are sleeping. The only time you're logically allowed to take, not logically, meant to take it off is when you're eating and to brush your teeth. So in general, it should be about like 30 minutes. You should set out about 30-minute slots to eat. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's Invisalign update. I've enjoyed filming this. I hope it is helpful to you guys. If any of you have recently gotten Invisalign or are thinking of getting Invisalign, feel free to drop me a comment in the comment section, because Invisalign fam, that was so awkward. I shouldn't have done that.